This episode of the Nathan Markley Show was recorded live on WQRI on Sunday, October 16th, 2016. Enjoy!
Hello and welcome to the Nathan Markley Show. And now your host, Nathan Markley.
Well, hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Nathan Markley Show. Today's episode is a recorded episode I did on 88.3 FM WQRI, Roger Williams University Student Radio. And for those of you who do not know by now, or if you haven't been following me, I have my own radio show on WQRI, Sundays, every Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be a link on the NathanMarkleyShow.com and in the show notes where you can go and listen live online. And let's just continue with the show. So enjoy, and I'll see you all next week. If you're coming in from last Sunday, I told you I'm going to talk about technology, healthy lifestyles, and different news stuff. After last week's radio show, I decided to change it up a little bit. I decided to just talk about technology, and for that reason being because I love technology. I love talking about it. I'm a big tech geek, and it's a lifestyle, and I figured why not just share my lifestyle with all of you. So, every week for the first hour, so every Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m., I'm going to talk about technology. Either technology news, review a product, maybe answer some questions that you can call in eventually. Once I open up the phone lines, we're going to talk about that for a second. I am going to open up the phone lines very soon to have a discussion, because this month is National Cybersecurity Month, and I figured that'd be a great topic to talk to all of you about how to protect yourself from hackers and these different attacks and what kind of attacks are out there. Because many of you have devices that are on the internet 24/7, 365 days a year. Well, you might be vulnerable to these attacks, So you want to know how to protect yourself. And I'm going to, in this month, this campaign that the FBI is really doing, I'm going to just help promote it and tell people about cybersecurity and how to protect themselves. But yeah, so a little housekeeping item. So the Nathan Markley Show, like I said, is about technology. So the first hour, talk show. And the second hour, I'm just going to play music. I know you guys love music, and I'm just going to play music. And I'll also open up the phone lines in the second hour if you have any requests then for music. Also, the good thing about my show is I'm recording the first hour. And I'm going to be uploading this show on the NathanMarkleyShow.com website. So you can go back and listen to it if you want to hear what I talk about cybersecurity again. Or if you can't listen live every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WQRI 88.3 FM, you can listen to it on my website. Or you can download it on the podcasting apps, because I am able to do that, because that's what, I want you guys to be able to listen to it all. And you can also interact with me while I'm on the show live via Twitter, twitter.com/Markley Show, and Facebook, facebook.com/The Nathan Markley Show. And also, if you want to get in contact with me or email, you have a question or something, you can email me at the NathanMarkleyShow.com. There's an email button, and there's a email form that you can enter your information, the message, and I will probably answer your question live on air, so you can listen for the answer then. Or if it's not something I can't answer on air, I'll email you back. So there's a lot of ways that you can get in contact with me and listen to the show. So it's awesome. All right, let's get to talking about Cybersecurity Month. So I want to first talk to you about what the FBI has to say about cybersecurity. All right, and then I have a couple of YouTube videos that I'm just going to play the audio from Trent Michael that they have to talk about cybersecurity. And those, well, no, let's just get to the FBI first. Alright, so a little bit about this cybersecurity. The FBI says it's important for individuals, businesses, and others to be involved in their own cybersecurity. And National Cybersecurity Awareness Month and Department of Homeland Security Administration campaign held every year is perhaps the most appropriate time to reflect on the universe of cyber threats and on doing your part to secure your own devices, networks, and data. As I agree with them in that part, I also disagree. October is not just the perfect time. I think because of the era we live in and how technology is becoming better and better every day, every second, we should all be involved in the cybersecurity thing and be aware of what's going on. Yes, October, having a month dedicated of just awareness and teaching people about it is great. It's awesome. I love the idea. But also I feel like people should be talking about it year round, not just that 1 month. And also they should be like, know what to do, know to do, protect yourselves. And that's what the awareness thing is, I guess. Yeah, so let's talk about some cyber threats that we are currently facing, which is ransomware. Ransomware, for those who don't know, is a type of malware that you get via, it could be email, it could be ads on the internet, it could be links. Like if you click on a link in an email or click on a link on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and you say, oh, this page is like a 404 page, like ever, nothing displays. Really what they're doing in the background is installing ransomware on the computer, like CryptoLocker, which CryptoLocker restricts users' access to files and threatens to permanently destroy them unless you pay a ransom to get a code, a decryption key to unencrypt your files. Now, this can happen not just to individual users like us, but also in businesses, in schools, in hospitals, and police departments. Little known fact is I know of one police department in Rhode Island that actually got hit with CryptoLocker and didn't have a backup, and I'll talk about that in a second, and had to pay, because they had no other choice, the ransom fee to uncrypt their files. That's pretty scary that a police department has to do that. I can't believe they did not have a backup. I'll talk more about backups in a few minutes. The cyber criminals of the ransomware pretty much do this to demonstrate some business savvy, to give victims the option. Oh no, wait, hold on. They do this, hackers and cyber criminals do this not just to really make money. Most of them, some of them do, don't get me wrong, but most of them do it because of the joy. They love the joy of getting into something. They want to see if they can get into something, into a network, and once they do, they're like, awesome, I got it, and they just move on. Most of them can do for threatening, or like I'm going to talk about a second, to steal property or your identity. Another threat that we're seeing is business email compromise, BEC scams, which are pretty much emails that look real, but they're not. So they could be, like, say, a bank email, or maybe Google, or your actual business, your work, another business, from a CFO or CEO, for trying to get personal information. And it says, the FBI says the criminals are then able to send wire transfer instructions using the victim's email or spoof email account. I guess what they're trying to say is they kind of get this fake emails trying to get your personal information. So be careful of what emails you open. If an email looks suspicious, don't open it. Send it to spam. And the good thing about a spam filter, it learns over time. So if like Google spam filter, as you tell Google Gmail that a file is spam, it will learn that, okay, I won't show this email, or if it detect as before it comes to inbox, Google analyzes your email, and anything with a certain subject or something in the written body or email address, it knows to send it to your spam filter. Now, yes, sometimes things sent to your spam filter that shouldn't be spam, but if you go to your spam filter, you can say, this is not spam, and the spam filter will learn. So always teach the spam filter what's spam and what's not, because that's how it learns. It gets better. This is like Office 365 has spam filter, Yahoo, AOL, all the major email things. Every email account has a spam filter to do that. So as I said earlier, hackers want to steal property, and pretty much it's called intellectual property theft, which involves robbing individuals or companies of their ideas, inventions, and creative expressions, often stolen when computers or networks are accessed by competitors, hackers, or other criminals. This kind of property can include everything from trade secrets and products or parts of a movie, music, and software. And the enforcement of laws protecting this property rights, IPR, which are crucial to protecting the U.S. economy or national security. I lost my focus. Sorry about that. National security and the health and safety of the American public which is FBI criminal priority. So meaning the FBI is working to protect you all from this property theft. Hackers trying to steal your stuff. I'm sorry. I just got a message about the live stream here, because you can also listen to us instead of listen to me on 88.3. You can go on to WQRI 883fm.com. I hope that's the right email. WQRI 883fm.com and click on live stream. And apparently it's down. And I'm not really sure what that's about. So let me see what it is. I'm going to take a second. It seems like the stream is down. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, I'm going to continue on for those of you who want to listen more. Okay, anyways. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, property theft. This is something, so be aware. And I'm going to talk about in a couple of seconds how you can make sure you don't, protect yourself from this. I'm going to post this link in the show notes on the NathanMarkleyShow.com website of the FBI.gov, so you can go back and read it more and see if so you get your own knowledge. Alright, so I want to tell you about this book about cybersecurity. And it's by Mark Goodman. It's called Future Crimes. And I'm trying to see, there's a quote that Mark Goodman, I don't remember off the top of my head, so I'm looking online on the website. It's called futurecrimesbook.com. And I read the book. It's very, very good. Now, you may be it warns you about the book because it tells you everything from what's going on in future crimes, like the cybersecurity thing. But he says something that I thought was pretty interesting, and it's about having everything connected. Oh, yeah, that's right. Everything's connected, and I think it says everyone's connected and everyone's vulnerable, which is kind of true, So you have to take precautions to make sure you're not vulnerable. I'll leave the link to futurecrimesbook.com in the show notes. So let's talk about how you can be safe online. And I like to tell people 10 basic tips to help stay safe. And the number one tip that I tell everyone, the number one priority that I can't stress it enough, is make sure you have a strong password and change your password regularly. Because if you don't have a strong password, it's really easy for hackers to get into your account. Meaning, a strong password is combine capital letters and lowercase letters with numbers and symbols, and at least 8 characters. They say at least 8, but I like to tell people to go 12 to 16 or more characters. Now, how can you create a strong password without being simple? Because I tell people, don't use like a simple dictionary word or your son's name or something like that. I guess you could use your son's name or your kid's name, but take like the first letter of your family, or even better, everyone has a favorite song, and everyone has a in that song, everyone has a favorite part of the lyrics. So take that part of a lyric, and the first letter of each word in those lyrics, of that part of the lyrics, put it into a password, create a password. So the first letter of each word will be your password. But then, add a number. Add capital, lowercase letters, add symbols. And replace some of those letters, like the I, the L, or 1, or whatever, or the A with an @ sign, with these symbols and letters, and now you have a strong password. Now, you may be asking, Nathan, how can I keep all these passwords and remember them? And that's a very good question, because I love using a password manager. And what a password manager is, it manages your passwords. It's like a password vault. And you can input all your username and passwords for every site, and you have them there. So you don't have to remember them. You just look at the password manager and look up that site, and you copy the password down to the website. Now, I'm going to tell you one password manager that I use. There's a couple of them, but the one I use personally is the one I like. I did a lot of research on it, and I found that this password manager is the best one out there right now, and I just like it. I just love it. It's great. Now, there is a free version and there's a premium version. I have the premium version because I'm able to download the app on my phone and tablet, additional to using it on my computer. Because I use my phone a lot, so I need to know my passwords. But the premium version is very cheap. It's only $1 a month, which is $12 a year. That is really a good price. That's nothing, right? $12 a year for a password manager to be able to access your passwords on your phone through the app. Really good. This password manager is named LastPass. LastPass is pretty much just what it is. The last password you need to know, which is the password to get into the password manager. I will put that something you know. Not make it a strong password, not simple, but something you just have to remember. And then after LastPass, you don't have to remember it. Now, LastPass, the passwords are stored in the vault, but they're not stored on your computer. They're stored in the LastPass service. And yes, having the passwords on another computer, another device, somewhere else can be risky. But LastPass does something cool and interesting. They actually encrypt the LastPass vault at rest and in data transfer. So if LastPass does get hacked and those passwords get compromised, the hackers take those passwords, they can't do nothing with it because they can't see it. It's encrypted. And the only way to unencrypt it is for you to enter your password and the password manager to decrypt it. Decrypt the vault. So only you can see it. LastPass can't even see it. Last time I checked, which was a couple days ago. So it's very secure. And the other thing I like about LastPass is when I go to like Facebook or Twitter and I log in, it gives me a little asterisk symbol with the LastPass logo and says the LastPass says I can auto log in for you, or you can just copy and paste your information, and or like just so log in. So I don't even have to. Remember, LastPass recognizes I'm trying to log into a site that it knows, and it just automatically does it, and I can. LastPass has like this thing called security checker, and what it does, it checks your passwords and it tells you how long the last time you changed your password. And like for instance, remember the Sony hack or this Yahoo hack that just happened recently, and they told people to change your password. So LastPass sent an email out and said, "Hey, I saw that you have a account with Yahoo or Sony, and this company's telling everyone to change your password. You should change your password, and LastPass will help you doing that. It'll take you directly to the site, or you can just do it yourself, but changing the LastPass." The other cool thing in the LastPass Vault is you can have secure notes. So you have a note, you can have it secure. And the other thing I use a lot is a secure password generator, where you select that. Like I can right click on the password field in the website, or I can go up to the LastPass icon on my Internet Explorer, Google Chrome I use, but in your internet browser or in the app, and click password generator and select how long I want the password to be. So like I said, I use 16 to 20 password length. And then if I want a capital letter, a lowercase letter, numbers, or symbols. And then it generates a password. I can copy the password or select use password. It will copy the password for me, or I can do it myself into the website, and then it will say, "Do you want to save it to your LastPass Vault?" I say yes, and that's it. I don't have to remember because LastPass knows it, and I have my LastPass password, and I'm on my way. It saves time. Now, if you don't want to use like a password manager, another password manager, another popular one is called 1Password or 1Pass. I don't really know anything about it. I can't tell you anything, but I figured I'll mention 1Password. It's called 1Password. But I figured I will tell you about that one if you want to check that out. I think you can pay for that one too. Yeah. You have to pay for it. So if you don't want to pay for it, use LastPass. Because if you don't want to use your LastPass app, get that LastPass app on your phone or your tablet, you can just use it for free on your computer or laptop, and you don't have to worry about paying the $12 a year. Which again, I think it's one thing, because you get your passwords anywhere you are. But I'll leave LastPass and 1Pass websites in the show notes for you guys to go back and look at it. Alright, so what else do I tell people? Oh, yeah. In emails or tweets or Facebook posts, really be aware about the links. I don't really like putting links in emails. I hate links in emails because it's really easy what's called spoofing, or making a link seem like it's real, but really it goes somewhere else and it's bad. So what I tend to tell people is don't click on the links. If it says go to the Citizens website or google.com or whatever, actually open up a new tab or a new window in the address bar, type in the website of it. Actually type it in and then do it from there. Don't click on the link in email or tweets or posts, because again, if it's not from a trustworthy source, or maybe it could be suspicious, Don't click the links in there. A lot of people do it, and I do it myself too, and I try not to. And I'm known for it, but sometimes I just click it. Because I know that my emails are the things that are trustworthy. But like I said, if you doubt that it's not trustworthy, don't click it. Actually go to open up a new tab or new window and actually type it in the address bar of that website. Automate software updates, meaning update your software on your laptop, your desktop, your phone, your tablet, because these devices will help protect the device. These updates will help protect your device from known cyber threats. They fix backdoors into the device, or there may be a way to get into your device, and the company just found about it, so they had to patch it. They're called patches. Microsoft, the second or third Tuesday of every month is called Patch Tuesday, where they release patches or updates for Windows devices, mostly computers. Do updates, automate it. If you don't want to automate it because sometimes it'll be annoying, have it tell you that this update's available and schedule it that time. Don't overshare online. Double check your security and private settings, and it's okay to limit what you choose to share. Meaning, don't tell people you're going on vacation, because that's just a thing for not hackers but robbers. People that go to rob your house. If you tell on Facebook or Twitter that you're going on vacation, then someone or someone who's just watching that feed, you say, oh, that person is not going to be home this week and no one's going to be there. Great time to go break in. Don't share that. That's one of the things I tell people. Do not share your going on vacation. And I see it all the time. Everyone does it. And I'm like, why do you do that? And they tell me, well, only my friends can see it. I'm like, no, it's the internet. The good thing about the internet and the bad thing about the internet is the internet is open. Meaning anyone can see everything about the internet, even though the privacy settings says only certain people, only you can see this. No, there's still ways to see it. I'm not going to go through those ways because it's just too many technical terms for you guys to understand, and it's going to be confusing. I'm just going to give you the basic stuff. Just do yourself a favor. Do not tell people you're going to be on vacation, no one's going to be home. Call if you want to tell someone that you're going to be away and want someone to check on your house, call them on the landline or the cell phone or text them. Don't post it online. Facebook does have privacy settings, and Google too. I'll talk about Google settings in a little bit. But you can go into Facebook's called security check, and you can see who can see stuff. But again, it's another preventative to try to stop people from getting the information. And it's a good step. It really is. Oh, I forgot to mention another thing about your passwords. It's called two-factor authentication. Meaning you need another form of authentication to get into that site. So, for instance, I use two-factor authentication and I tell everyone to enable it. I use a Google Authenticated app and other authenticated apps on a device like a USB drive or a little key ring thing that changes numbers every 60 seconds. So every minute it changes. And it matches the same number on the other end of the server or the website. So when you go to log into Facebook or Google, for instance, you need to know your password, hence two-factor authentication, and then you need to have something, right? I said that backwards. I'm sorry. You need to know something and you need to have something. That's two-factor authentication. So your password and your phone. Because you can set the two-factor authentication up to send you a text message with the code, to call you with the code, or use an app that generates the code and matches on the other end. Or all three of them match the code on the other end. Turn that on. If any website says you can use two-factor authentication, turn it on. Try to use the app. Don't really enter your phone number. If you can't use the Authenticator app, like Google Authenticator, I think LastPass has an Authenticator app, Microsoft has an Authenticator app for their Office 365 products, then use your phone number. And the reason for that is because your phone number is out there, and you can do a lot with your phone number. You can get a lot of information with your phone number. So try to use the app. Like, for instance, Twitter can either send you a code, you can use the app as a code, or they can send you a notification through the Twitter app where you have to approve. You have to hit the check mark. It says a device, someone's trying to log in at this location from this device, or either Chrome or the app, whatever, at this location, and tells you where, and you have to hit the check mark or X to accept or deny the request. So use two-factor authentication, turn it on. Banks. Speaking of banks, I'm going to the next topic. Banks use two-factor authentication. Many of them don't have it yet, but they're starting to. So, if your bank has two-factor authentication, turn it on. Now, when you're banking or shopping, there's something you need to look for on the website address, and to make sure the website is secure. And that is an SSL certificate. And how can you tell if the website has an SSL certificate? Or there's two ways. There's multiple ways, but two basic ways. Is in the front of the address, it's letters HTTPS : will be there. The S after the P in HTTP means it's secure, means there's an SSL certificate. That's good to know. SSL certificate means it's encrypted, and it encrypts the data sending back from your computer to the server, the website server of that website business. The other way, it's green, so there'll be a tab that says it's green, and the HTTPS will be green, and that's another indicator that it's secure. If it doesn't have S, then it's not secure. And if your bank does not have S or it's not green, then you know there's something wrong with that bank's website. So I wouldn't do anything on that website. Here's a big one. Back everything up. As I said earlier, I'm going to talk about backups. Like, for instance, if you get crypto locked or ransomware, you don't want to pay that money. If you have a backup, no problem, because then you can just reformat your computer to get rid of it, meaning starting from scratch, and then you can just implement the backup from the previous, whatever your backup lasts. I recommend having at least 3 backups. Now they say that's a good copy of anything that you wouldn't want to lose, which is correct, and keep it in a place other than your device, which is also correct. And I tell people to have 3 backups: 2 physical and 1 cloud-based. The 2 physical meaning either external hard drive, a CD, a DVD, Blu-ray, a flash drive, whatever. And I like external hard drives because you can store more. So you put up all your files in an external hard drive, at least 2 external hard drives, so that you have a backup. Having 1 source is not a backup. That's just like having a flash drive carrying around. Having 2 is an okay backup. 3 is better. The cloud-based backup is like if you use Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, Amazon Cloud, Apple Cloud to back up your files in there. And also with cloud-based backups, you can access the files anywhere. too. That's the benefit of being in the cloud. So which is a good thing. I also tell people with backups is getting like an external hard drive, like a 1 terabyte or 3 terabyte hard drive. A 3 terabyte hard drive is more than enough for many consumers, and you can get one on Amazon for $89.99, about $90. So it's rounded up, and it's a really good price. It came down lately because if a couple years ago, 3 terabyte hard drive was in the hundreds. And now for a 3 terabyte hard drive being that price, it's really good. So get a hard drive, back up your files, keep the packaging, package it back up, write a note to either your mom, your dad, your cousin, your grandfather, your grandma, or whoever, and say, like for instance, Mom, put this hard drive in the back of the closet. Don't worry about it. If I need it, I will contact you. So it'll be off-site. It'll be different. It'll be somewhat different from where that device is. So, for instance, if the house catches on fire, if you have a flood or something happens to your devices and you lose everything, you still have access to that drive. Or you access to that have access to those files. Sorry, I just got another message. I'm trying to think here. Okay. What was it? So, yeah. Just back it up. Off location. And cloud-based is off location, but again, you need somewhere else different. So you have 2 physical, 1 at your location, 1 off-site, like your mom's house, or your dad's house, your grandfather, your grandmother, your cousins, or your friend's house. And make sure that backup you have to drive to, or it's not like next door. Drive a few miles to get it, because chances are, if you put it next door, something will happen right there. Like you have a tornado, a hurricane, I don't know, whatever. You actually drive to it, be off-site in a different location, and cloud-based. When you use public Wi-Fi, be aware, alright? Because there may be people calling, like sniffing the Wi-Fi networks, public hotspots in like a coffee shop or something, and trying to get access to your content, you know? Don't use, like, don't do banking over public Wi-Fi. Don't do business over it unless you have a VPN, which a VPN is a virtual private tunnel, a network, and pretty much it encrypts the data going in and out from your location to your business location, and no one can see it, which is really good. VPNs are pretty nice to have. Also, VPNs will help, say you're in China, because China blocks Google, Facebook, I think YouTube, and other sites too. You can't access it. If you use a VPN in China, you can now get access to it because it looks like you're coming from United States. It actually looks like you're in United States. That's what VPN does. It makes you look like you're somewhere there, which is pretty decent. So be aware when you use public Wi-Fi. So don't do business or banking on public Wi-Fi unless you have VPN. Also be aware of it. Be aware what information passes through the internet, because people can be sitting there looking at the traffic going in. And another key component is protect your devices with antivirus software. When enabled, devices also need protection from viruses and malware. Web-enabled devices. So a good antivirus that I love to tell people to get is ESET Security 932 for Windows, or just ESET Security for Mac. Now you may say, Nathan, I have a Mac and I never got anything in it. There's not reports of any. Yeah, there may not be reports, but we do see a lot lately, and it's still very rare for Mac devices, or Mac computers, to get viruses and malware. So you still should get an antivirus to help protect yourself from those, and to get them to access the stuff. Because the whole point of virus and malware is to get access to your device, or to use a computer to do illegal stuff. Plug and scan. Meaning, when you plug in a USB drive or an external hard drive, have your computer antivirus scan that device before using it for malware and viruses. And this way, if there is something, it can detect it and remove it, and you won't compromise the network of your business and stuff. And now most businesses will say you can't use a USB device unless it's authorized, and the IT department has to check it. Or you can't even input a USB device or an external hard drive into any computer because of that reason, because USB drives are very vulnerable. The last thing I tell people, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be suspicious of communications that ask you to act immediately or ask personal information. Like we said before, the business email compromise BEC scams. Look out if, like I said, if the email looks suspicious or it says access for personal information. And Microsoft won't ask you personal information. Amazon really won't. Banks, I never saw a bank site that asks you for information. Don't open it. Alright, so you're listening to the Nathan Markley Show on 88.3 WQRI, Roger Williams University, and we're live in Bristol, Rhode Island, for those of you just tuning in. I'm Nathan Markley, and I'm talking to you today about cybersecurity. One of the things that I want to talk to you about, well, actually, I don't want to talk, I want to tell you about it. Well, not tell you, I want you guys to listen, is how to spot a phishing scam. And what a phishing scam is pretty much hackers kind of fish, you know how when you fish, you put a lure out and you try to get a fish? That's what it is. They kind of like bait you to get your information. So Trent Michael did a video about how to spot phishing scams. So I'm just going to play the audio for you.
Free tickets to see your favorite football team play live. Best day ever. So you booked flights, made room reservations, and planned your trip. You got to your destination without a hitch, dropped off all your stuff at the hotel, and got on with your big plans. Opening day came. You're ready to cheer your heart out, only to find that there's no ticket waiting for you at the gates. You argued, begged, tried your best to get in. Thinking back, you realized you've been had. And no matter what you do or say, you just can't win. I thought the contest was real. Why did I even click that link? It sounded so real. Who am I kidding? It was so unbelievable. I just gave my personal details to fraudsters. I didn't even stop to check. Why didn't I realize it was a sham? How could I have fallen for a scam? Cyber criminals know how to get what they want. They'll set up traps that are sure to lure you in. They use big events, holidays, news, or anything that'll get your attention as bait. They'll send out spam with links to sites that promise cool videos, cheap or even free tickets, merchandise, memorabilia, the latest news and updates, huge discounts, and the biggest winnings if you're the betting kind. They'll use every tool imaginable, including social media. They'll promise you the world in exchange for your information. You'd be lucky if all you end up on are annoying survey pages. But what if you land on malware-laden sites? You won't only end up with infected devices, you stand to lose more. Data you hold dear, like credit card details, are likely to land in the wrong hands. If that happens, you're just a step away from getting your identity stolen. All hope's not lost though. You can still enjoy your favorite games without becoming the next scam victim. Think before you click. Make sure the link you plan to click isn't malicious. Use a security solution that works. And before considering anything a steal, make sure you're not the one cybercriminals are stealing from.
Well, I hope you learn a little bit about phishing scams and how to. That was helpful for you. Here's another video that Trent Michael does. It's more for business people, so I thought it'd be interesting to have you all listen to it. Pretty much, employees' actions have direct consequences. Have their actions consequent. So pretty much, what you do in your business, always follow policies. That's pretty much what it is. The policies are there to protect you. And let's just see what Trent Michael has to say.
Meet Phil, a hard-working and ambitious employee. Tonight he's staying after hours to finish a crucial project. This is admirable, but what he doesn't know is that his actions today will have dire consequences for his employer.
Did you know that most corporate security breaches take advantage of the goodwill or simple curiosity of otherwise innocent employees? Those who are simply trying to get the job done. What I'm about to show you could happen to you.
It's late. He just wants to go home. A shower, a meal, and a good night's sleep. He could just take his work home. It's simple enough. All he has to do is plug in that USB drive, copy his files over, finish it off at home. Problem is, company policy says that that data may not leave the office. Besides, he can only use an approved USB device. That one is not.
It's unfortunate. Phil's a good employee, and he thinks he's doing the right thing. But security policies are there for a reason. Security software is often the last line of defense, but it's you who are in the front, and you have to be aware of the possible consequences of your actions. Did you know the simple act of plugging an unsecured USB device into your machine can bring virulent malware into the heart of your corporate network? There it is. It's done. Did you see it? At this point, it's over. Phil doesn't know it yet, but just yesterday his own PC was compromised. And now it's automatically infecting any USB drive unlucky enough to come into contact with it. He just clicked on a link his friend posted on his social network. It didn't seem dangerous to him, but this one click was enough to cause the damage. It's a common mistake. People underestimate the danger of simply clicking a link. If Phil had followed company policy, his employer's data would still have been safe. If he'd had security software installed on his PC, or if he'd simply been more careful where he clicked, this whole story could have ended very differently. Too many ifs. Too late. This is not going to be good news. Let's see what happens. The malware is spreading very quickly. It's looking for vulnerabilities, weak passwords, and possible exploits. Customer data, sensitive business information, and systems are all at risk. Fortunately for the company, they have a well-trained team of IT professionals who discover the infection quickly. However, the damage has been done, some data has been leaked, and the company is in a difficult position.
something you might think is harmless could be enough to cause huge damage to you, to your company, or to your customers. There might be times when you feel you need to use personal devices or online services, but remember to check with your IT team first. It's not just malware, but the use of insecure devices increases the risk of loss or theft. So follow your corporate information security policies. They're there for a reason. Install security software on your personal computers and mobile devices, and be wary of content distributed from the web or on social networks. And most of all, use your head. I'm Rick Ferguson from Trend Micro. Thanks for watching.
Cyberspace, people never run out of things to do. We are all connected and consumed by the internet. After all, who doesn't love freeware? Free wallpapers, free icons, free toolbars and plugins, free PC performance software, and free lifestyle widgets. What we don't know is that with every click and swipe, we put ourselves in the realm of cyber criminals. That's why it's critical to understand the free stuff you're downloading. These freeware could be adware that could lead to malware download. On any given day, you can find free music software that have all the features you love. Fascinated? You register in one and signed its end-user license agreement. Little did you know by doing so, a malicious program is now keeping track of your online activities. Now they know so much about you that your computer may slow down from all those ads. However, showing relevant ads can be just the tip of the iceberg for adware. Once installed, adware now has full access to your computer. According to reports, one adware could download a malware that can mine bitcoins and hijack clicks. These attacks slowed down internet connections and resulted in sudden high electric consumption. The malware affected millions of computers, spreading more than 5 million adware variants that spanned across 150 countries. Cyber criminals are always on the lookout for victims who might fall into their trap. If you think you're at risk, what then can you do? It's always good to be in the loop of security updates and to know what kind of programs you're running on your computer. Before clicking on ads, installing any kind of software, or digitally signing any license agreement, think twice and know that you can be deceived into downloading stuff you don't really want. Because your computer might still be infected with remnants of adware, equip it with the right protection it needs. After all, it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Alright, so that video right there was talking about adware, and be on the lookout, as they said. Adware, like free wallpapers, free music, free widgets for your computer, or even your device, your smartphones. These can all make, like I said, it can all lead to trouble. You know, malicious programs that you're letting into your computer. Adware, it looks like ads to get something. Now ads, the good ads and the bad ads. The good ads won't do anything to your computer. The bad ads will actually allow like ransomware, malware into your computer to get access to it and to get your personal data. So be aware. And I hope that you learned today something about cybersecurity and how to protect yourself with being on the internet, because everyone's device is always on 365 days a year, 24/7, and now with this thing called Internet of Things, IoT devices like Amazon Echo, Google, Siri, light bulbs that are connected to Wi-Fi that you can tell to turn on or off, change color, a smart toothbrush. Yes, there's a smart toothbrush. I just found out that. Why would you have a smart toothbrush? I don't know. But there's a smart toothbrush. Smart televisions. Why would you need a television that's not smart televisions? Well, yeah, smart television is an internet thing. Smart refrigerators. Why would you need a smart refrigerator? Beats me. But there's smart refrigerators. And what else? All this other stuff, you know, that you can make your home smart and automate automated it so you can talk to your home, like you could talk to Amazon Echo, called Alexis. Oh no, Alexa. I'm not gonna say the name because just because you have it, you're listening. I don't want to go off. Or maybe Siri or Google. You know, you can tell stuff. You tell it to play music, shop, buy stuff. Amazon Echo, you can buy stuff. But yeah, and you know, just be careful. Use strong passwords. Think twice. Be smart with it. Use common sense. If, like I said, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If something looks suspicious, like a suspicious email, don't open it. And just be safe online and have fun. Online is open. It's meant to be free. I hope, and they probably won't let you pay for the internet. Like, control, well, you do pay for the internet, but I mean, like, actually pay more like what they want to do. And that's a whole different hot topic. But yeah, just have fun and be safe. So that would do it for this hour of the Nathan Markley Show. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this hour and just being with me this hour. And in the next hour, we're going to play music. And I do have a couple other stuff I want to talk about, addition to cybersecurity, in the next hour in the between music. But yeah, so to go back, you can listen to this show after the fact on the NathanMarkleyShow.com. Or you can download it on like iTunes or Google Play Music, Podcasts, or any other podcast app you want to listen to, because I'm recording it and I want you guys to be able to go back, or if you missed the show, the first hour of it, you can listen to it. Also, follow the Nathan Markley Show on Twitter and Facebook, and all these links will be in the show notes on the NathanMarkleyShow.com. Thank you again for listening. I hope and tuning in today and being here with me. And I'm sorry I didn't open up the phone lines. Don't have enough time this hour. But I will open up next hour for you guys to request music to listen to. And I just hope you enjoy it and have a good day. And I'll see you in a few minutes. So till then, peace, good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite.